The true face of Daniel Holtzclaw got unmasked. This cop not only followed the rules, but was a living nightmare for women. He humiliated himself by getting caught in doing a serious offense against women. This monstrous man was living behind his power and position. Only a few knew the real him, and they lacked the courage to reveal the true face of Daniel before the world. What did he conceal? How did his identity come to light? Daniel was the perfect policeman, one who was extremely persistent and disciplined in performing their duties. To their dismay, though, nothing was real. Beneath his mask was a horrible face. Daniel used to patrol at night nearly every day. He picked low-income areas and went after women who had committed small-time offenses. However, he never filed any charges. If they didn't do him any favors, he threatened to jail them. Daniel had been requesting sexual favors from them. He threatened to force him on them if they didn't comply with his demand. To appease Daniel and get away from unfounded accusations, they had to engage in sexual activity. Both physically and mentally, they collapsed. They couldn't believe that they would be harmed by a well-respected police officer. He didn't only focus on one lady. He nevertheless injured several ladies, from an underage girl of 17 years old to a 57-year-old woman. Although he lacked a certain kind, he knew who to aim at. He chose women from households with modest incomes. They refused to speak out against the unfair treatment they received. They are aware that Daniel could fabricate a narrative to throw them in jail. The sexual abuse persisted. He forced other ladies to perform degrading activities in front of him after raping them. Watching the woman cry in agony gave him a painful sense of satisfaction. He kept doing this for years, and not a single woman came out against him. All of the victims were black, suggesting that he harbored animosity for the race. Women having prior criminal histories or warrants were targeted for exploitation to an even greater extent than those without such records. He is aware that these women will stop at nothing to avoid having any further criminal records. He made use of all these factors to his advantage. He sexually assaulted and harassed women while abusing his authority as a police officer. He commits all these heinous acts and then pretends as if nothing had occurred. Returning to his position, he resumes his regular work. Nobody anticipated him being such a monster. Many women came forward to speak out against him between December 2013 and June 2014. He had abused them all sexually. A jury would hear the case since they were his victims. We'll punish him. To everyone's surprise, however, he avoided affluent or upper-class ladies. He was aware that if he went after a powerful and affluent woman, she would speak out against him. He would soon be behind jail. He was picky about the ladies he took advantage of. Neither women of high office nor soccer mothers were among the women he chose. He chose kind women. He believed he had a long way to go in carrying out his current actions. Although no one will know, the truth was eventually revealed. He was let go from the Oklahoma City Police Department 5 months after numerous women testified against him. It was no longer appropriate for him to be a police officer. They did not want Daniel to have a poor reputation for the department. He received a 263-year prison sentence after the case came before the court. Since Daniel was an inadequate police officer to serve the public, the woman who spoke out against him felt at ease. He didn't carry his position well. Rather than that, he demonstrated what a poor cop was. A historic ruling was made when 263 years of consecutive imprisonment were sentenced. According to lawyer Benjamin L. Crump, this was a declaration of triumph. This refers to the 400 years of brutal bigotry. Dozens of courageous ladies revealed Daniel's actual nature. His heinous deeds damaged countless women's futures. We have no idea how many women had to endure such excruciating sexual abuse and humiliation. Once they were aware of this sentence, they could all live in harmony. Nothing less than this should be offered to individuals such as Daniel. Do you think Daniel would continue his heinous act if he was never caught? Do you think there exist cops like Daniel? Let us know in the comments.